What's up, man? Check this out. This video right here, whoever dropped this video, shout out and Craig to them. This is proof. Man, he knew her. And it makes sense why his voice was heard in TY Live.
Fuck up. Cause she glorious. Put my phone on me. Pull up in that thing and look gorgeous. I'm like California, baby. But I'm gonna get through it late. Let us do the ride. You down. We got the liquor. You down. We got the liquor. You down. We got the liquor.
Remember in the police report, hold on. Andrea Alice broke it down when she said, hold on. Remember the girl named Jazzy? She was made a statement with the police. Remember that? Hold on, let's see how we gonna take this serious. I wanna see how we gonna take this serious. This is a big receipt. This big right here. I'm finna see how many folks gonna stay focused in on this. We ain't got time to play with it, Jack. Remember that. What the paperwork said about Jazzy. Drop it in my chat. We finna see how many people that been paying attention. How many people that been down since day one and ain't forgetting nothing. But when it comes to the case, what the paperwork said about Jazzy. I'll wait. I'll wait. Until then, I'ma play the video.
Choppers on your ass. Hey, you hear the choppers on your ass. Fucking man. For your ass.
I see nobody is not dropping in my chat about what Jazzy right. Listen. Watch this. If you cannot tell me what her paperwork said and what she saw in the statements. Police shit. Can nobody tell me? Really? This is sad. This is so sad. Nobody cannot tell me. And we went over this over and over again. So what everybody here for? Just for a video? Entertainment? Nobody cannot read and tell me what this lady said. And you got your breaking point. You had your answer. I'm gonna play the video. There ain't no isn't she the one or who is it? You don't know who she is? And you mean to tell? See, this where the shadow means come in. This where the shadow means come in. This where everybody be interested in shadow men. Then when you ask the real question about who these people is and what they said, and you see, look, watch this. What this look like?
They gonna see y'all Jazz. When they do it, tell them to take me to Chuckles up there to Chuckles because we got the liquor now. Ride to the water. Turn the flag.
There go Monifa. Do you remember when Monifa said? Do you remember when Monifa said? He said to enjoy yourself. Everybody want to know is he. Man, I'm finna crack this case wide open. If somebody tell me what Jazzy police report said, that's how you finna get justice right now. That's how you finna get justice right now. I'm finna see how many. It look like can't nobody tell me. Can't nobody tell me this shit. If you read the paperwork, what I told you and I told y'all, I said, please do not forget this shit. And I'm quite sure nobody can even answer this shit. See what I'm saying? And you can't answer this shit?
I just bought a new flat in his left hand.
Shit, I don't give no fuck. I ain't got time for that. Shit, I don't give no fuck. I ain't got time for that. Shit, I don't give no fuck. I ain't got time for that.
Man, look. Y'all think this a fluke now, right? Remember he always mentioned Melody. I mean, not Melody, Ebony. See what I'm saying? Look, y'all remember when I was telling, and I'm showing y'all Andrea Alice's video when she was talking about the paperwork. You see what I'm saying? She was talking about the paperwork about the girl named Jazzy. So watch this. I'm finna show you this video and I'm finna play the paperwork.
Yeah. Give it to me, motherfucker.
Damn, don't embarrass him on his ass.
30 minutes.
Damn. For real, y'all gonna get a motherfucker beat the fuck up on her. For real, y'all gonna get a motherfucker beat the fuck up on her.
For 30 minutes. For 30 minutes. For 30 minutes. For 30 minutes.
Man, I'm sick. Please.
Yeah, baby. No. Yeah, baby. No. Yeah, baby.
No.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
You.
Now, I don't just like all the editing when it come to this part, because, you know what I'm saying, they could have just let it play, but we clearly heard him back there, right? We see Monique in the truck. King Rob got a white BMW. Remember, I went live and showed y'all, I told y'all I had his address, and I could show you where he stayed in, with the same truck you just seen right here before he got it painted. You see what I'm saying? With the white rim. So that's why they saying the van white. You see what I'm saying? We know King Rob got a white SUV. See what I'm talking about? Now check this out. You got Monique. Just say this. If that King Rob in that truck, you got Monique and Kenneka in the truck with Jazzy. That's three, right? Kenneka, Monique, and Jazzy in the truck with King Rob, right? So check this out. Let's go back to Andrea Alice's reports. I'ma play this video and I'ma end it because nobody didn't even tell me nothing. It don't make no sense that you supposed to know this. You said you want justice, but you can't even present the case when it come to this.
I cut out carbs, sugar. It was just not sustainable. Boom, I gained it back so fast. Hi, welcome back to the channel. This video is a follow-up to the last video that I did called 10 Pieces to the Puzzle. First, I want to thank everybody that commented on the video. Very good, thoughtful, thorough comments. I'm definitely going to follow up with a part 2 or 3. To explore some of the facts that may not have been as clear as I wanted them to be, and just to add some new information that I found through the comment section. Another thing that I want to say before we get started is when we comment, you need to back it up. We need as much receipts as possible. We need links, screenshots, quotes, as much detail as possible that you can remember to support your argument. That's the only way that we're going to respectfully debate back and forth, right? That's the only way we're going to keep it constructive and keep building. This is not going to be a channel where there's just a lot of random information, because my brain just does not, I don't work like that, you know. And if I want to look up what you're talking about and you don't have anything for me, you're not directing me to another video or anything, then it's kind of like a waste, right? So I do appreciate all of the thorough and thoughtful comments, but we do need to step it up a notch and start providing receipts, okay? So that we can really focus on uncovering the truth, right? If I say something is a fact and you say something is not a fact, we need to clear that up. I need something you can give me where I can look it up so that I could either come back and correct myself or come back and correct you, because this channel is about uncovering the truth, right? So keep that in mind. In this video, when I looked at the comments, there was a main theme that I found. Whether 926 or anything or contradict anything, any other information that we found, right? Truth is the truth. That's it, right? It doesn't change because you found something else out, right? So keep that in mind. She could have absolutely been drugged and assaulted in room 926, tried to run from them, and ran into the wrong people. So I want to put that everything up, okay? On purpose, okay? Because you can't just be that messed up, okay? This is very intentional. He was a big part in them promoting this idea that Kenneka was alone and this was an accident. That's what they told the world. I'm going to show you that this officer had evidence that points to the contrary, okay? And he did nothing about it, all right? So we're going to follow Anthony Cusinella. Also, I know that Trey Gaines been talking a lot about the pool, so we're going to go over the one incident report or the one statement that mentions the pool, and this officer, unfortunately, was part of covering that part up, okay? So that's what this video was going to be about in summary. Now, I'm a little bit frustrated today because I figured out. So I'm not going to be able to do my videos that other YouTubers have already done that show. At the start of this investigation, a Facebook Live video was being shared numerous times within the general World Wide Web. The video is of streaming live on the Facebook account of blank. I thoroughly watched the video several times to develop a timeline of events and create photograph snapshots. The intent was to identify people in the video along with noting any conversations/comments in the background. A copy of the spreadsheet was submitted to Julie Carney's with Target Forensic Services on Wednesday, September 13th. The spreadsheet was also scanned within this report. Okay, so Kenneka was found on the 10th. He sent this in on the 13th. What I will say about this is the outcome of him watching this video thoroughly was for him to, one, identify the people in the video, and two, note the conversation and comments. Did he do that for us? Did he identify the people that were in the background in that video, and did they clarify what that conversation was about? No. All we see in the documents is that they sent it to Target Forensics. The result of that and what exactly was going on in Irene's glasses and all of that, we never got to the bottom of it. I think September 8th through September 10th. Now this is important. I want to remind people, the party was on the night of the 8th, right? Crown Plaza tells us that Kenneka got there 1 a.m. the next morning, which would be the 9th. Technically still the night of the 8th, but you technically got there on the 9th in the morning, 1 a.m. Okay. She went missing around 3:20, 3:30, supposedly, and was not found that day on the 9th. She wasn't found until the top of the next morning on September 10th, right after midnight. Okay, so they're requesting the dates for the security footage from September the 8th, the night of the party, to September the 10th, when they actually found her.
And that's why I told y'all you never seen the shift change. See what I'm saying? We finna see how many people been paying attention. Cause I got some firepower over here I'm twerking with. And if nobody can't answer my question, man, simple question about the case that we went over. You see what I'm saying? What's the sense of me even keep shooting this shit out if nobody ain't listening? Listen what she finna bring up Jazzy paperwork.
All right. The same day, I received the hard drives from Coca-Cola. So this is Anthony Cusinella. So I'm trying to explain to you how important he was in the investigation. This guy got the surveillance tape and immediately gave it to Anthony because it's his job to review this surveillance footage, okay? So he says, I received it. I began reviewing the Crown Plaza Hotel security footage. While doing so, I created an Excel spreadsheet indicating the dates and times of the footage I've observed. We did go over that spreadsheet, and that's the spreadsheet where I told you there was fake videos. There's videos that he did not observe because those videos were not in there. Those videos were created after. That's a whole separate video that I did about that. But this is Anthony. This is the guy that created that spreadsheet, okay? All right. So he says, I created an Excel spreadsheet indicating the date and times of the footage that I observed. I also included the locations and events of my observations. The dates of observations are from September 9th through September 10th. Okay, so he got footage from September 8th through September 10th. He didn't make notes on September 8th, the night of the party.
Now I'm finna show you the police connection. You see what I'm saying? This the shit that y'all need to hear and put in. Man, look. Man, this case means so much to me, man. And it just broke my heart when y'all couldn't even answer a simple question that we went over. And you the main one thumbing the video up. It don't even make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It's an accident and wash their hands and be done with it, okay? Um, but there's no reason why somebody gives you, a supervisor gives you the tape, says, categorizes from the 8th to the 10th, and you just decide, no, not the 8th, I'll just start with the 9th. Walking into the kitchen, telling us that this is his regular routine to go into this kosher kitchen. Shift ended at 11 p.m. and he returned home. The same detective that interviewed Monifa and Bree. So for some reason, and it looks like he interviewed Irene on the same day, but for some reason he didn't ask Irene about the live video.
This it, y'all. This it right here. Hold on. Let me go back to the statement where they were talking about Jazzy, right? Now keep this in mind. Now, tell me, would this make sense? If Kenneka in a truck with Monifa and Jazzy and Kenneka, they all in the truck with King Rob, and we heard his voice, and we know Kenneka know him. She just didn't fuck with him like that. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this. What the paperwork finna say about Jazz.
It sounds like someone saying, help me in the background. Blank stated she does not hear anyone. One is, and these all pertain to how do we know for a fact that Kenneka was assaulted in room 926? Okay. The first puzzle piece is Irene's viral video on Facebook. Okay. The video is real. The video was downloaded by detectives. It was sent off to Target Forensic Files for further examination. People, for a long time, that's all we had before these files came out. All we had was that live video. People analyzed the video. They definitely heard someone whispering, "Help me," in the background. And many people thought it was Kenneka simply because all of her friends can be viewed on video, and she was not, we weren't able to view her. So people put two and two together that it was her saying, "Help me," in the background. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you just that these are facts. This is talking to Monifa on, they're talking to Monifa, it looks like September 12th, okay? So September 12th, it looks like 1:30 p.m. They talked to Monifa. This is 2 days after they found Kenneka in the freezer. I'm going to skip over some parts. But in this statement, it said, this is the detective talking. "I informed the blank live video has gone viral on the internet and some people are speculating it sounds like someone saying 'help me' in the background." Blank stated she does not hear anyone say 'help me' in the video and thinks the sound people are referring to is Chief Keef's song playing in the background. I also asked about the part in the video that mentions $200. I stated that some people are also speculating Kenneka was sold for $200. Blank stated Kenneka was talking about how she didn't want to pay $200 for parking at the hotel if it didn't work out charging the parking to the room. Blank stated she did not see any sexual activity take place during the hotel party. Okay. So that's one part where the detective straight up asked them to their face, "What is this about her screaming 'help me' in the video?" Okay. So that was Monifa. The detectives also followed up with Bree on September 12th, the same day. It looks like earlier, about an hour earlier than they met up with Monifa at 12:20. Okay, in the afternoon. So this is again where it says, "I informed blank the live video has gone viral on the internet and some people are speculating it sounds like someone is saying 'help me' in the background." Blank stated she does not hear anyone say 'help me' in the video and the sound people are referring to came from the song that was playing on the Bluetooth speaker.
Hold on, y'all. I got to find that part when she getting to Jazzy part. Hold on.
Chief stand its pages to the and he didn't. He did ask her about other rumors on the internet that she worked for the hotel. Blank recalls staying in room 930 and being woken up by loud, they're not loud music complaints. They're described as noise complaints, and that's a difference, okay? There's a difference between hearing people have a very uncomfortable in that room, okay? Something is happening in that room. Audio, at first it wasn't clear to everybody. Everybody did.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find that part right quick where she broke it down. No, I'm talking about Jasmine John. Hold on. The next day is Damn, y'all. I can't find which part that she was on. See, that's what I be saying, man. That would make my job even more harder that I got to sit up here and keep replaying this shit and bring this shit up. You see what I'm saying? Man, this lady got to look. If she watching this, when she go back to Jazzy statement, what she said about that she seen Kenneka, she said she didn't even know Kenneka. She was in there with some guys she didn't even know. You see what I'm saying? This the same person that's in the truck. This the same person that's in King Rob truck. I can't even find a job. And then I understand this.
Your surveillance. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, the difference between video and medical liking, even subscribing to my channel, just like you, I'm a person who has really been intrigued by this case. I am a little different from some of the other YouTubers that you may have found so far. Unlike some, I've not been following since the start of the case, so when I'm posting videos, it is because it is information I have not seen before. If you were so lucky to have seen it, that's fantastic and I appreciate your feedback, but for others, just like myself, it is new information, or maybe it's in a different angle than what they've seen, or possibly yeah, that's all I can say about this. So anyways, as you may know, I am a intuitive reader, meaning that I use several of my psychic abilities to kind of pick up energy from the information that we read. Feel free to read more in my About.
He was with us the whole time. And since me and Marco got on this panel, that nigga was with us. But so the whole thing is, guess what? About
that case.
Yeah, he trying to get us locked up. Hey, look. But look, this what's so funny about him trying to get us locked up, y'all. He was with us the whole time. And since me and
I totally understand everything what he was saying about straight drop, chosen king, all of that off this one video with them statements. And I can't believe nobody in the chat could have told me what Jasmine's statement said, and you will find out what happened to that girl, and you know you had your suspect. It's sad. It's a motherfucking sad that you got to hear this shit.
Marco got on this panel, that nigga was with us. But so the whole thing is, guess what? We got, you know how many people right there with us gonna come to court with us? We don't give a fuck about Chosen. He can't get nobody locked up. Chosen was there at the murder.
And this shit, in the beginning, I thought these niggas were capping. And this shit was for real. Yeah. Now go back to Jazz video.
There at the murder.
Now go back to this shit.
That's what we go with, bro.
Understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what you understand. Like,
here's the part. We finally made it. If I would have said something, I would have been dead. That's what he just said. Was he aiming to say something?
I'm not no police officer. I just want justice for Kenneka.
And he talking to Zach TB before Zach died. You see what I'm saying? Them folk played y'all. And nobody ain't even listening. I ain't spilling no more tea. I got my answer. I man, look, my email blowed up, chat. You see what I'm saying? My email blowed up. Nobody can't even answer none of these shit. You can't answer a simple question. How the fuck you gonna say you J for KD and chat? I don't believe you. Now I'm thinking all this shit capped in my chat. Real talk. Cause guess what? You remember this shit? I'ma pull this up. I'm finna pull this shit up. Hold on. Where that video at? Where that video at? Let me see, can I pull it up? Hold on. Remember that video? Y'all trying to put me at a murder scene? Y'all, they got my voice. They photoshopped my voice in the murder scene. I'm calling the police. Remember that video? I ain't even finna work too hard to go find it for y'all. Cause nobody couldn't answer me in the chat, right? See what I'm talking about? Hold on, let me pull that video up. Now, matter of fact, I ain't gotta work too hard. That's a simple ass question that we all went over too many motherfucking times for this shit. Why you think he talking to Zach like this and Zach calling him the police?
I just want justice for Kenneka. So if you know the truth, just speak. You ain't. I can't tell you how to do shit. I understand. You can't move.
If we would have found out any truth about that, the nigga would have been there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what you understand. Like,
Here's the part. We finally made it. If I would have...
Man, them folks said that, man, look, I ain't finna play with this Kenneka Jean shit no more. You see what I'm talking about? It's too serious. This whole JFK community is screwed. Cause you see what I'm talking about? Man, look, I don't want no parts of this shit. This shit so serious. And I can show y'all other video. But I feel like right now, nobody ain't even paying attention. Motherfucker just in the chat just to be seen and heard in that motherfucker. You see what I'm talking about, y'all? That ain't cool. I ain't finna represent her death like that. You see what I'm saying? Everything I'm telling y'all, I'm putting everything I got in my heart in this shit, and you mean to tell me when I ask y'all a question, you can't answer this shit, a simple question, so your ass could be be like, oh, that's Jazzy. She in a trouble King Rob. Oh, now the story match up. Now that's why Monique was telling Kenneka to enjoy yourself and tell her to come outside with no cameras and he had his homies with him. Stupid ass shit, man. You see what I'm saying? Garbage ass shit, Jack.